Wow, man. So the NFL dropped a bombshell on Friday announcing that they suspended 5 players, including Lions star receiver Jameson Williams. Rap sheet, go. Sources, NFL suspended 5 players, including Lions wide receiver Jameson Williams, the former number 12 overall pick who the Vikings gave to the Lions. And Jameson had 1 catch and 1 touchdown last year. Guess who it was against? But for violations of the NFL gambling policy, Lions C.J. Moore and Quintez Cephas plus Kami Shakatoni are suspended indefinitely at least 1 year. Williams and Detroit's Stanley Berryhill are suspended 6 games. And Pelissero is reporting that since Cephas and D.J. Moore are getting the full year Calvin Ridley treatment, they have been cut. Just released. They gone. Now, yes, the question is, how come those guys got a full year versus Berryhill and Jameson only getting 6 games? Well, apparently there's a distinction. Ari Marioff, reason for Jameson Williams and Stanley Berryhill getting 6 games and non-indefinite suspension. They placed bet on non-NFL games from an NFL team facility. That is not allowed. Indefinite suspension is for betting on NFL games. So, Jameson Williams, Berryhill, betting on, I don't know, who knows, NBA, college football, baseball. They went all the Pete Rose, but anyways, they didn't bet on NFL games but they did it from an NFL facility, which, whatever. And also, this is great. This is from the ESPN write-up of the incident. Also, this is great. This is from the ESPN write-up. Separate from these punishments, several Lions staff members in various departments were dismissed last month for violating the gambling policy, a source told ESPN. So I always knew I loved the Lions. One of us, just a franchise full of degenerate gamblers. Or wagering jelly beans. And yes, this does stem back to Calvin Ridley being suspended for the full season in 2022 for betting on NFL games while he was injured in 2021. And to a degree, I understand it. Although it is pretty hypocritical since sports betting, a couple of years ago was always, shh, don't talk about it. People watch these games for the love of the sport and nothing else, and not because they got a little something on the game. But, of course, basically all sports now have embraced sports betting, and the NFL has official sports betting gambling partners, so it is to a degree hypocritical. Also, any NFL player could walk into a Caesars property and just completely degenerate away on roulette or craps or whatever, and no one would bat an eye. Like, no one would do that. And yes, several players have done that. But hey, if they want to line up a 12-team parlay for college football Saturday, it's a no-no if it's from the team facility. Or, you know what? Hey, you're in the AFC. There's a choice NFC matchup going on Sunday Night Football. You can't bet on your buddies. You can't do that. But I guess I understand it, where even though it is massively hypocritical, you don't want the illusion or even specter or even notion of impropriety to creep into things. So guys betting on their own games, I think it should be allowed, but I get why it's a slippery slope where, hey, you're betting on your team, and then guess what? Maybe you get deep in with a bookie or whatever. And, I mean, these guys have tons of money, but so did Arch Leister, back in the day, famously. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, maybe they get in debt with the wrong people in gambling circles, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, maybe you don't play so good on Sunday, or sort of deal. Now, obviously that's an extrapolation, maybe a little bit hyperbolic, but the NFL just wants to completely avoid that. So I get it. I understand it. I mean, these punishments are a little bit draconian, but sort of is what it is. Like, I don't think that Jameson and Berryhill should actually be suspended. But, the rule is the rule, I guess. I mean, these guys can gamble on anything they want in the comfort of their own homes, except for NFL games, but just don't do it at the team facility. Plus, I mean, people are going to gamble. Like, human beings gamble. That's why in fossil records, they found records of dice. Like, humans love taking chances and love playing games of chance and love betting on sports. But after seeing what happened to Calvin Ridley and knowing that this is taking money out of your pocket, which you could have put on a 12-team parlay, but when you're suspended, you don't get those checks back. So this is costing you your livelihood. And if you're going to gamble, you have to be so stupid and so careless and so egotistical to get caught in doing this. Where, hey, if you're going to gamble, use an intermediary. Have one of your buddies place bets for you, right? So, and also, don't open an account under your own name. Don't bet from your own phone. Don't bet from the team facility. Don't use an app. It's just so stupid. it's just so stupid and careless and sloppy, but whatever. Sort of is what it is. But anyways, your thoughts. NFL suspends 5 players, including Jameson Williams, for betting, gambling. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skull Production Value.